Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CC Group Crypto. As you can see, we are not in our typical format today. I'm actually very, very strapped for time at the moment. I have a lot going on. And so I unfortunately don't have an opportunity to record in my typical format, with video and going through some of the weekly news and other items. So it's going to be a little bit of an abridged episode this week, but I wanted to make sure that I still got the episode out this week because for the 50 people that watch me, I really appreciate you guys. And I want to make sure that I keep doing this. And I also want to relay some very important information about what's going on with the price of Bitcoin at the moment, the current state of the market, if you will. And so this week's going to really be a market analysis, basically. I'm going to walk through what I'm seeing currently and give you some things to consider, just as far as what you can expect potentially for the price. But, this is just me giving my opinion. No one is a psychic. At least I don't think they really are. And so I just give my best educated guess on, using the things that I know and what I've seen over the years. And so I just want to give you, a good rundown on what I think is going to happen next. And so there are a couple of things that I'm slightly concerned about when it comes to the price of Bitcoin. If you look here at my chart, you will see that there are two red lines here, right? And if I zoom out here a little bit and bring this down, you can see that I have a lot of red lines here. These are all different important levels. But in particular, I want to talk about this specific range right here, right? This range that is basically consisting of like 20,350 to 19,200 or so, right in that range. What I want to point out is that Bitcoin is right in that range at the moment. You can see here that we actually came down, we bounced off of this slightly, and then we cracked down below it all the way down to 17,000 or so. And then we came back above this range, and now we're sitting right here back in it again. I'm going to call this range the danger zone, okay? And the reason I'm going to call this range here the danger zone is because this is a zone in which Bitcoin faces some life or death, if you will, right? If Bitcoin stays above this danger zone, then over time we can probably expect it to slowly recover in the short term. If Bitcoin does not stay above this danger zone, if it starts to play around inside of this and it starts to touch on the bottom of this and start to fall below this danger zone, then we can most likely expect Bitcoin to continue to go down in the short term, right? Now, all of this sounds like a lot of doom and gloom. I'm still, ultimately we are going to go back up and we will break through our previous high of 65,000 next time we go back up. Like I'm still on that belief. This is the way crypto works. It goes up and down. We have these big crashes. So this is nothing new to someone like me who's been in the market since 2017. So what I'm looking for or looking out is this danger zone. How is Bitcoin behaving in this danger zone? And what I see currently is that Bitcoin is slightly below this top line. So it is starting to flirt with this danger zone here. What's going to be interesting is what happens over the next, I'm going to say the next 48 hours or so. I think the next 48 hours, we're going to have a move either up or down. I don't expect Bitcoin to hang out here for too long. There's a lot of volatility in this danger zone, and I don't expect it to stay here for very long. So my thoughts on it are that we're either going to make a move up or down probably within the next 2 days. You can see here over the past 3 days or so, we've started to make a move down here right after we came up and tried to regain or retest 22,000. We got knocked down pretty hard over a 3-day period. Stopped right at the top here. But if we don't get out of this soon and start to move back in this direction, things could get quite precarious. Now, is it going to go up or down? That's a good question. I would also say this. This is the S&P 500. You know, I talk about this all the time because Bitcoin has become very highly correlated with this and the stock market in general. And my thoughts on this are that as the stock market sold off and started to slightly recover, there's a range right here, right about 3,900. And I said this the other day to somebody. I said, if the S&P doesn't reclaim 3,900, it's going to go back down hard, lower than it was before. We touched on 3,600 points. That's not a price of the S&P per se. It's not tracked the same way that Bitcoin is. So I said, if it doesn't break 3,900 and hold that, then it's a goner. It's a lost cause. And this is exactly what's happened. Unfortunately, it broke above 3,900 slightly, and then it got knocked down. And this is kind of what I expected to happen because, again, the market conditions are not good right now. We're in a bear market. This isn't the time when things do well and they go up. So I don't expect this to just reverse and start doing well again. I expect this to continue to go down. And so right now it's at a level here where it's hanging out slightly in this little range right here. What I expect is for this to probably sell off again and continue moving down. That is the market conditions, the incoming recession that we've all talked about, and a lot of inflation still ongoing, still pretty bad and out of control. We are expecting I expect the Fed to literally destroy the stock market. Like I expect them to just wreck it completely in their attempts to control inflation. There's another chart here called the Dixie. The Dixie is a chart that tracks the strength of the U.S. dollar against other currencies. This chart looks fantastic right now. Absolutely fantastic. If I was trading the Dixie, I would be long all the way right now. This is cup and handle. This cup and handle formation that we have right now. This chart looks amazing. This looks like this thing is about to go crazy. And I'm expecting it's going to, because I'm pretty sure they're going to crank this thing up to maximum when they start to try to control this inflation. And so the U.S. dollar is going to get a lot of strength in the coming months. That strength is going to severely weaken the stock market and other risk assets like Bitcoin. And so it's going to be a rough summer going into the fall. Until these market conditions start to correct, things aren't going to be good in the short term. And with the potential of the recession looming, that's also looking like something that's going to impact the economy and overall just impact the way that investors are moving their money about. I don't know about you guys, but I am looking into some other potential opportunities. Maybe I'll make a video and I'll talk about some things that might be good investments during a recession. I've seen a lot of people talking about these things. Real estate's one of those. I'm looking at doing some real estate things here over the next couple months or so as a potential recession sets in. And, when recessions hit, people start selling everything, right? They get afraid that everything's going to go bust and they start to liquidate their assets. And when you start to liquidate their assets, that gives you an opportunity to buy things on a discount. And so that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to buy on a discount, potentially with real estate. I'm looking to buy on a discount here with this crypto as well. So I actually had bought some Ethereum at the $900 mark, roughly around there. I bought it here. I sold it at the $1,200 mark, made a nice little profit on it. and I'm looking to buy back again as we potentially continue to head down lower. So that is kind of my wrap up, roundup, if you will, of the current state. Again, totally bullish on crypto long term. This is totally normal. It's totally healthy for the way the crypto markets work. Don't be worried or concerned if you start to see some pretty low prices on these assets. Again, make sure you just can stick with your strategy, continue to invest consistently over time. Take advantage of these low prices, and make some investments during a recession when everybody else is losing their minds. Be the one that comes out of a recession with a lot more money than you went into it. There are ways to do that, so make sure that you are a winner and not a loser when we start to go through these economic downturn that is coming any minute now. So, all right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, a little bit of a shorter, abbreviated format. I wanted to really just focus on the market conditions and talk through some of the charts with you guys and make sure that I still continue to put this content out there. I hit 50 subscribers. So thank you so much for that. I know it's silly, but 50 is halfway to 100. 100 is halfway to 200, so on and so forth. Right? So I'm building this thing one subscriber at a time. So I appreciate everybody who subscribed at this point and who is still hanging out and watching every week. I really appreciate it. I'll just continue to keep doing this and get better and give you more content. I'm working on getting some more videos out that'll be more focused towards beginners. And I think that will potentially bring a lot more people into the channel. So I'm excited about that prospect and hope to be able to get some of that content out here very soon. So, all right, guys, thank you. Be safe out there. Keep a level head. And I'll see you next time. I'm out of here. Peace.